tips. Just like miscellaneous stuff. The high chest voice was the highlight of the diary. I'll just share a bunch of random tips now. I like to sing, dance, run up a mountain. It's just fun for me. Training warms my body up, pushes my body to the limit as if my body would be while singing and dancing, and teach me how to breathe. So then there's like breathing. So there's like, okay, where are we? For singing, I have to train myself to breathe. I don't know, you vary, but sometimes you have to take a deep breath, right? And then control how much you let out. You don't, throw it all out immediately. You go, and then you go a little bit, you maybe a lot, and a little bit, right? So for singing and dancing, it's about quick breaths, and then blah, 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 right? You're lucky if you get a big breath in when you're singing and dancing, usually during a break. For me, it helped me not to sing on a empty stomach. I don't know. I think that might have changed by now, but I liked singing like about like 2 hours after eating, so I'm not starving. I have enough energy for muscle tensing. Maybe if I like sing on an empty stomach, I start to like my muscles get tired, and that happens too. If I like haven't been singing and dancing for 2 weeks, right? I lose all my muscles and I have to run up a mountain again to retrain my muscles. So I don't go, like my muscle. I want to tense my muscles. I know what to do, but I can't tense them. That happens if I don't train after 2 weeks. Speaking of muscles, like doing crunches a little bit, like a very small amount, not going overboard like a real workout, but like a little crunches, a little push-ups, right? Just checking, okay, my abs are tight. Early on, if you're trying to train your diaphragm and your abs, that might be a way to like train your muscles, right? To activate your abs just by doing some crunches, and then push-ups are for your chest. Avoid milk, avoid peanut butter, avoid chocolate, because milk chocolate, because they all create phlegm. Don't clear your throat. So don't sing with throat voice, because that kills your throat, and don't clear your throat like the like that stuff. Shit, don't do that. Warm ginger tea is the best. If you have phlegm and shit in your throat and it's not clear, warm ginger tea. The next best thing, warm any sort of tea. Next best thing, warm water. And the next best thing, tiny sips I do of like cold tea, not too much because then it'll dry up your throat, or like tiny sips of water. And then I blow my nose if I'm congested. It's way better to blow my nose than to leave it and keep singing. It feels horrible. Having some AC is nice, some airflow, some fan, some breeze, but not like the AC blowing at me, because then again that dries my throat. The raspberry test, you might have seen me do this. It's how I know if my muscles are ready to sing. So I do. I just try to like go the range a little bit. There's better exercise you could do. Maybe you could do an arpeggio. I don't want to do it right now. I can't really do it right now. I'm not totally warmed up, and you don't have to do it perfectly to be ready to sing either. But basically what the raspberries test does is tell you if you're using the right muscles. Usually if the raspberries work, it means your abs are tight. It means you're from your diaphragm. It means that you're using the right muscles in your chest. You're just throughout the channel. It's not perfect, but it's a nice quick test to know if you're warmed up. I wrote a little note about like if I'm performing like a concert, I have been studying how like artists do intros. The worst type of intro from artists I love are just intros, like they tell a story that makes no sense, and in the end it's a pun of the name of the song. Better intros I've heard is like asking you, the audience, like, have you ever felt like this, or do you have a this in your life, right? My next song is this, right? Or I did too, right? So it's like making it relatable. So yeah, anyways, use statements. Or telling somebody about my story if it's a very niche type of story. I use SoundPad. It's $5 on the internet. And SoundPad, basically, you download MP3s. I download them from YouTube. of backing tracks. Like I just Google song name, song artist, instrumental, right, or karaoke or whatever, and I download it, drag and drop it into SoundPad, and what that does is it syncs or allows me to sync the song to my microphone, to my voice. So I'm singing at the same time as the song is playing back. Because if you just played the song over YouTube or something and try to sing over it, or in the VR chat world, I think my voice would be late always, and that's kind of annoying to listen to, listening back to. I use a wireless mod mic attached to my Vive headset. It's nice. A lot of the stories I want to tell, the songs are made by Japanese artists or Korean artists, as you might have seen. So my method for learning different language songs in different languages is I phoneticize them. So I'll just have a notepad, and then I'll just listen to the song. I'll pull up like the lyrics video on YouTube. I'll listen to it like 2 seconds, 5 seconds at a time, and I'll repeat 2 seconds, 5 seconds, the same 2 seconds, 5 seconds, and then I'll literally type in what that looks like. So I wonder if I could show you. Here's a silly one. This is Life Goes On by BTS. So this is Korean. I don't know Korean. I don't know Japanese. But when they sing like, yeah, let me get the right pitch here. And in my phoneticization, I type the letter O space NUR space NUR. So like I literally phoneticize it out, even though that's not the right phonetics that you would see on like geniuslyrics.com, because those don't make any sense to me. So I rewrite the phonetics, and I play with like what syllables to match together and when to separate syllables with a space. And when to like add another letter, like a ooh, just to signify that I have to hold that word longer, and that helps me read it. If it helps me read it in the right rhythm, right, I can sing it. So I don't know if that was clear, but that's how I learned to sing Japanese and Korean songs, because I don't speak Japanese and Korean. So I phoneticize them, I have them in the notepad, I type it all out in a way that makes sense to my head, the way I read it, so I read it the way that the singers sing it, and then I shower sing. I play it in the shower, and then I just, try to remember what I wrote, and then I just go, and then that way when I shower sing it to them, I get, because I don't know the language, I don't know what they're talking about, I get the idea, I don't get the specifics, but like when the singer sings, they'll put emphasis, right? A word will have a pitch progression. Maybe it'll go high, low, right? Or low, high, or, mid, mid, right? So then I don't sound like an idiot when I'm speaking the language. I'm speaking it as if they would speak it. And then the third thing to learn a song in a language is be a weeb or be a Koreaboo. I watch a lot of anime. I watch a lot of BTS live streams where they're just talking, and that way I know certain words that get repeated a lot. And usually those are like really generic words that they use in songs a lot, like love, and what you say to a friend, what you say as in, what is it called? Interjection, like an exclamation, right? Like I know what colloquial words they use, and then I could basically be that anime character or be that Korean person and say it with that emphasis. Moving on. Playlist, what was that? So when I was singing and dancing, I like how I just said like I have no tips for singing and dancing, and now I'm saying a bunch of tips for singing and dancing. But one thing I learned recently was just studying BTS concerts and their set list and how they're ordered and how much they dance and sing in each of them. The thing that I found that worked for me very recently was, so I don't run out of breath and I could do the dances and singing well and do the singing only ones well, is I would order them 2 hype songs with super hype singing and dancing. It would kill me, but I can do 2 of them. And then right after the 2 hype songs, I do 2 resting songs, which is basically just me standing still and singing. um, anyway, and I realized doing 2 resting songs and singing through them was better than just resting, like breathing, sitting, drinking water. Like it was better to do a resting song than to rest, because I think it like retrains my muscles and resets my vocals. Because when I'm done singing and dancing 2 hype songs, I go right, like my breathing is all wrong. I'm breathing from to the wrong place. I'm going from the wrong place to the wrong place. So if I'm doing a chill singing resting song, I reset the vocals to go, okay, this is normal. This is the chill, what I would normally do if I was just sitting down, and reset. Okay, and what that ends up happening is it like makes the set list longer, right? Because like if there's like 10 hype songs I want to do, that means I gotta do like 20 songs total, like 10 hype songs, 10 resting songs. So what I did was like one night I tried to throw like 12 hype songs in there. I died. I ended up having to extend it to 15. The next night I extended it to 24 songs, and that was way better. I have it before and after. It's the thought of being young, when your heart's just like a drum, beating louder with no way to guard it. This when is it all seems like it's wrong, sing along to Elton John. Don't worry, cause when we fall we know how to land. This is when after I learned the high chest voice. Talk, just walk the walk tonight. The breathing. Cause we don't need I'm out of breath. Dance. There's always something to stand in the. So that's the before. The before the set list thing, right? So it's the same song. I did the same permission dance song at the end. What we just heard was the 15 songs. Now we're gonna listen to it after I've done 24 songs with rest songs. Do you want it on? Shut up. Look us up. Got you. It's the thought of being immediately a lot more stable. Beating louder when I have my timbre in there, the texture I have. When it all seems like it's wrong, sing along to Elton John, to that feeling. Let's go to the chorus. Getting started. Yeah, we'll keep going and stay up until we see the sun rise, and we say, I wanna dance. The music's got me going, and nothing can stop how we move. Yeah, let's break our plans and live just like we're born and roll like dancing fools. All right, I promise. Hey. I promise it's better. It might not. There might not be a huge difference, and maybe it's even worse. But I promise, like, it definitely felt better. It definitely felt better.